you can never lose faith. When you don't see no way how, you have to buckle down and keep believing. God is always coming. The moment you ask God for something, he boxes it up and he ships it to you. It's going to come. He just don't tell you when. If God told you you were going to be rich in August of 2021, do you know how crazy you would talk to people? But he don't tell you when the package is going to arrive. So here's the deal. He wants you to stay in faith to receive the package, because he only delivers to Faith Street. If you step off over here to I Don't See How Boulevard, he does not ship there. He only sends the boxes to Faith Street. That's how it works, man. Let me tell y'all something. Being successful is not a magic trick. You just have to learn the principles of success. I am telling you, your education ain't got nothing to do with it. Now, when you gonna ask him for it, and are you gonna wait for it to happen? Or are you gonna lose faith? Well, I guess it wasn't the Lord's will. How you know what God's will is? It all happens at an appointed time, but you have to stay in faith for the appointed time to happen for you. You know how old I was before I got on TV? 38. It took me 28 years to get on TV, but it happened at an appointed time. I just never gave up the faith, because I know if I quit, it cannot happen. If you stay with it, you have no idea what can happen for you. What you tripping for? You can't quit, man. Somebody having it way harder than you, and they didn't give up. You're tripping, man. Get yourself together. God got a great life for you. God got a plan for you that's so out of sight. All you got to do is ask him for it and wait on it and be willing to work. Faith without works is dead. That's all you got to do. You don't need no education. How God give me this and he won't give it to you? Made mistakes? But God don't ask you for your perfection. He asks you for your consistency. I'm going to tell y'all something really wonderful, man. Albert Einstein has a quote that changed my life, because it's something that we all have and you may have never understood it. Albert Einstein said, "Imagination is everything. It's the preview to life's coming attractions." If you can get this right here, this can change it for you. Imagination is everything. It's the preview to life's coming attractions. That means everything you see in this world came from somebody's imagination. Everything. Somebody was talking on the phone one day, and it was connected to the wall. And they was walking, they went, "Man, I sure wish this phone would go outside." Everybody in here got a cell phone. Imagination is everything. See, you've been thinking all this time that your imagination was just some hocus pocus. It ain't. I want you to hear me on this one, because this is the most powerful thing that I can tell you today. Albert Einstein had that quote, but Albert Einstein took that quote out the Bible. I don't know who you've been talking to that's been telling you all these sayings about money. Money is the root of all evil. Money can't buy you happiness. Money can't buy you happiness, but I tell you what though, it'll park you right in front of Happy's house. You can at least see if he's home. See, listen to me. Albert Einstein took the second half of my mother's favorite scripture. My mother's favorite scripture is, and you've all heard it, faith is the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen. Faith is the substance of things hoped for. It just means, really, that the pure essence of faith, it ain't nothing but hope. At one point in time, you're going to have to get smart now, people. All that hoping after you become an adult, it shouldn't be hope no more. This ought to start turning into some faith. Quit hoping, man. Turn it into faith. Faith is the belief in things that you cannot see. Ask for something from God. You don't know how in the world you're going to get it. That's what ought to be on your vision board. Don't put a bunch of stuff on there you can get. You know what's on my vision board? Things I have no idea how I'm going to get. I got $3 billion on my vision board. Why $3 billion? I don't know, more than one. What you going to do with $3 billion? I have no idea. But when I get it, you will know I have it. Look, man, faith is the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen. Your imagination is the evidence of things not seen. You know why it's the evidence of things not seen? Because your imagination, you're the only one can see it. Nobody can see your imagination but you. But God places what he has for you in your imagination. Your imagination is a preview of a coming attraction God has for you. That's what your imagination is. That's what it's been this whole time. All them times you've been imagining being rich, that wasn't just up there. God put it in your head because that's what he got for you. That big house you keep wanting, God put it in your head because that's what God got for you. When you keep dreaming of taking a summer vacation somewhere, that's because that's what God got for you. Because that's a coming attraction that God has for you. That's what your imagination is. You've been tripping. You know how many times you done wrote your imagination off? You know the danger about your imagination? You tell it to the wrong people. That's the danger. You want to kill a big dream? Tell it to a small-minded person. Boy, they'll shoot it down every time, won't they? You know how many wonderful ideas you've had. Stuff that God gave to you, you thought was, man, this is it. You went in there to your friends and your family, and you shared it with them, and they shot it down. You know why they shot it down? Because they ain't see it. You know why they ain't see it? Because God ain't give it to them. Because he put it in your imagination. If he'd have wanted them to imagine it, he'd have put it in their head. That's why people can't see what you're going to be. That teacher mind, look at you. You're standing there. You can't even talk. How they going to put somebody like you on TV? Well, lady, what you didn't know was I wasn't going to stutter forever. You didn't know God was going to get me over the stuttering, did you? You didn't see it. Because nobody else from 112th Street ever been on TV. You ain't think I'd be the first. You know why? Because you ain't see it. God didn't put me being on TV in her head. He put it in my head. I was just dumb enough to think it could happen. When you gonna get dumb enough to think that your imagination is real? If I was you, I'd hurry up and get that stupid. I really would. Some of y'all so smart. You got so many degrees.